We care about you and spread good things. Stop getting on Facebook and posting all the bad stuff. Because at the end of the day, every single day, but I don't see that on Facebook. I see when somebody got mad at me on Facebook. But I don't see when I was up here at 4 o'clock this morning, coming up here to make sure that this gym was decorated and ready to go. They don't post that. They don't post when my team was up here at 6 a.m. to meet me to make sure your babies and this graduation was pulled off. We don't read that stuff on Facebook. We read that you was mad because we told you know about something. But at the end of the day, we love you, we care about you, and we're doing the very best that we can for these kids. Because at the end of the day, it's in our hearts. It's the wrong. Be happy. I love my city. I'm raised here and I'm doing everything I can. I could be anywhere, but I choose to be here.
Say positive things about themselves. Does that make sense to you? And the reason I tell you that, guys, is because if we're honest, when we were younger, there was a fairly common chant that we would use. We would say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Y'all remember that? Do y'all notice that the kids these days don't seem to say that at all? I'm the only one that's noticed. Right. And the reason that I make that point is because we all know that in our lives, for every adult that's in this room, you know that there were some dreams and some aspirations and some things that you expected to be able to do. But as you got older, somebody started telling you that maybe you couldn't. As you got older, somebody started telling you that it wasn't realistic, that it was in your imagination. And I think if nothing else, we've learned today and age that you can be anything that you want. Okay. Listen to me, you can be anything that you want to be, and I say that because sometimes people that are not necessarily qualified to lead an entire country have the opportunity to do so. Listen to me, whether you like it or not, it is an indication that no matter who you are, no matter what your walk of life is, no matter what you've done in your past, it don't matter who you married, it don't matter how many times you went bankrupt, it don't matter how many slide deals you cut, you have the ability to do something that's absolutely amazing. And so what I'm asking is that we maintain that same energy with these young people because they deserve it. Do you guys agree? Yeah. And so it's important that we make sure that they understand that they are indeed smart, and that we do what we can to break the cycle of people not believing in themselves. Second thing I want to make sure that you guys understand is it's important for them to understand that they are loved. And the reason I say that is, and many of you may not know, but studies have shown that 50% of a child's ability to have academic success is predicated on genetics. Have you guys ever heard that? Some of you haven't. Okay, that's all right, right? But 50% is predicated on genetics, just the family that they were born in, right? But the other 50% is about the environment that they are in. Does that make sense to you? I believe that. And I've had the privilege of doing some work here, and one thing I can tell you about the staff here is they really care about these kids. Yeah. They love these kids. They do what they can to encourage and educate these kids. And so I would venture to say and submit to you that your children are in the right place right now. Because you have people in leadership that understand the community that we come from. They understand the challenges that we face in the city of Flint and surrounding areas. And they do what they can to make sure that they give your child an advantage that sometimes other schools don't possess the ability to relate enough to provide them. And so I'm asking you that you would consider that. And that you do what you can to put your child in the best position to be educated. Also, I want to ask that you have a plan for the summer. Because I know kids like to play during the summer, but during the summertime, all children are at risk of losing a vast majority of their learning that they experience through the school year. Yes. Does that make sense to you all? And I ask that in your spare time that you would do a little bit of research to see what the link is to illiteracy and criminal behavior. Because there is indeed a link. See, most people that have the potential to commit a crime have literacy issues. They have a problem with reading and writing and math. And so what I'm asking you guys is, if you can, 3 times a week, that you would find time to read something to your children. That you would read something to them, that you would read something with them. Because when a child is read to at least 3 times a week, they are 25% more likely to perform well in reading. Just because they hear your voice, just because you're listening to theirs. Does that make sense? And we all love these kids enough to give them advantages that some of them didn't have. Excuse me, that some of us didn't have. Is that fair? Some of us didn't graduate from college, would you agree? Some of us didn't graduate from high school. But that don't mean that our children don't have that same opportunity. Is that fair?